CHICKEN. Use the code chicken in the shop. CHICKEN.
Guys, the Chickens here, back today with some more Warships. In today's video, guys, we're actually going to, what we're going to do here is we have, oh, I lost my last tag. We have critters on the dock. So, here's what I did. Yesterday, we were talking about the next kind of moves that we were going to make. Today, I did decide to go ahead with the building damage. Now, have I noticed that it's helped me out right away? No. It wasn't those things where you unlock it and it's like, oh, you know, I'm winning now. But I felt like, for 24 keys... it's a statue node at the end of the day, like, probably going to need it at some point. There is another one right over here if you guys just want to hold out and wait and get to 5 engines as quickly as possible. Probably the better move in the long run, but here's my next plan of attack here. So we're going to get the critters right now, and then I want to get the shock blaster, because I've gone against a few shock blaster bases, and they can absolutely wreck you if you're not paying close attention. So we have just enough tokens to max them out, which is nice. Usually it's the other way around. So yeah, so at this point, right here, we're saving up everything. We're saving keys, we're saving tokens. Well, we got to spend keys on the shock blaster and the medics, but we're really going to be saving up our tokens. So, yeah, I don't know what exactly we're going to pour those into. Maybe shock bombs, but yeah, for right now, that's kind of the plan. I might even just hold on to them, and, you know, because we're going to need shock launcher, we're going to need heavy chopper. We're going to need a lot of stuff here, kind of right out of the gate. Artillery is right there as well, once we go to 5. Now, still haven't seen much of any barrage. I haven't once been hit with barrage or artillery, so we'll see how those pan out. But I imagine it's kind of the same as the attack I'm about to show you guys here. So to use critters, you're basically just trying to take down one engine with critters and then free clear the rest of them. So now when I look at this, when I scout here, the mortar is slightly in range over there as well. What does he have in terms of splash over here? Machine gun, flamethrower, and this machine gun. Now, I believe we can shock both of these together. So that might be the one that we want to try to critter. And then maybe we'll come up from the right. So I think we're going to try to do that. So 3 heavy, 5 melons, it should be enough. So here's how we do it. So we throw in 1 box of critters nice and early. Make sure we clear all the mines. And then we go 1, 2. And then we just shock. Something like that. Try not to shock half your critters. That's probably not going to work out well. And then we're just simply free clearing over here with the bombers and with the brick. Ooh, I used all my GB. Okay, a little bit rusty at this. Used all my GB to put down, to not put down all my melons. Also, didn't take out this engine room. So this is going to be a bit of a wash. But we're already at 330 and we've done essentially nothing. But we'll see. Maybe we can grind out some more GB, get some more critters. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. I think if I didn't shock my critters, we might have been okay, but at the same time, still wasn't looking like things were going overly well there. Let's get some melons up this way. There we go. And back down over here. None of them shot. I'm gonna go ahead and retreat. We don't need to play this out any longer. That was whew, man. If I don't know if we could have done anything more wrong in that attack, but the first part is the idea: is you use the critters to take down one ER. If you can't do that, then you know, so be it. So now we're going to use critters the chicken way, and that's going to be simply adding them to take out mines on how we normally attack. So let's see if this helps. So we'll go 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, brick. Now I still think it's more important to get a good start out than it is to get the mines taken care of. We'll take care of the mines as we go. That's not going to be a major issue. And also, we get to use the critters to distract boom cannons and regular cannons and things like that. So that's going to be nice. We don't want to go too crazy with them. But, yeah, it's definitely going to be good having them there. So what can we do over on that side? I think what we can do is we can flare it a little bit early. We're at 319. We got a lot of critters on that engine, and boom, 315. That was a nice time. That was a nice time. So I think that's kind of how I want to be using critters, but we'll see. See, look, he's trying to do it here too. He's trying to shock the critters. Like, I mean, it can work, and it works very well when it does, because you're essentially getting rid of, you're essentially barring out an engine room, right? And then you can just free clear or even rush the other three. But it's tough to pull off. I see, personally, when I get attacked, I see more people fail with it than succeed with it. So yeah, this guy looks like I did just a short couple minutes ago. Yeah, so you know, either way, it doesn't matter. They're still good to unlock. Definitely max them out, because now we have a mine clearing tool, right? That isn't heavies. That isn't, you know, we can put it exactly where we want it. So, yeah, they're good for that, if nothing else. If nothing else, but we'll see. See if we can do some crazy stuff with them. But again, not too concerned on that right now. I think I only put out one boat of bombers on the right. That's going to cost us. Thankfully, we have these things called critters, so mines are going to be less of an issue. But it's just the walk that I'm worried about right now. They're going to be kind of not in a good spot. Okay, let's go like this. I do need to keep those heavies alive. It looks like the bombers are going to tag onto that boom cannon, which is huge. If we can take down that cannon in the center, that would be great. Okay, it was a little bit risky there. And let's go, let's go. We still got some melons over there on the right. And that should be that. I flared over on the one on the left, I thought. Either way, it might have cost 2 seconds, so... There, the times are definitely up. The times are definitely improving. By up, I mean down. Or do I mean down? So you see what he's doing here. Looks like he's got a pretty good handle on it. And my whole base is basically just designed to either... You want to do one of two things when people are using critters on your engine rooms. You want to do one of two things. That is basically slow them down to the point where they have to use a ton of GBE for it to make it work, like this guy did. Like, sure, he got it down with critters, with critters, but he had to shock that flamethrower constantly. Couldn't use as many battle ores, and it ended up actually costing him time in the long run to do it this way versus if he just did a normal, heavy melon bomber spread. So, I mean, it's worth trying. It's worth getting used to. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just tough, and it's not for every base. You know, that's basically it. So we move back into 19. It's been kind of, since yesterday, man, it's been kind of back and forth, up and down. But I think now with critters, we should be able to push forward to 20. Maybe even to diamond. We need to be, if we are going to be serious this season, we do want to be getting into diamond very, very soon. So, yeah, let's go like this. 1, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3 brick. And I don't see any spots that we really have to use critters here. So we'll see in a sec. Like obviously up here in some of these spots, that's gonna be nice. He must really have them hidden well, because I don't see any shock mines, which is great, because we can just go like this. Oops, not flare the boom cannon. But we can do. I should have done that a little bit earlier since I had all that time. Then we're gonna go like that. 3 bombers left. Is it gonna be enough? Come on, get your melons out. Get your melons out. Get your melons out. Boom! 3 minutes and 9 seconds. That was a weird one. I kind of flared them into. It was kind of like a. It was like a hit that like a real Hail Mary there in the last one. You know, when the receiver's like cutting across, and you can see the other guy coming, and they throw in the ball, and it was kind of one of those, right, with the bombers. Oh yeah, I should know the name of that position. I used to play that in high school, cornerback. It was cool because if you just say it really quickly to people that don't know you, just say, "Oh yeah, quarterback." They're like, "You're a quarterback?" It's like, yeah. Anyways, let's get into this next hit. We'll do one more before we sign off. But things are going okay. Critters are definitely on the up and up. I don't know how much on the up and up, but it does seem like it's a little bit easier to have them for sure. 1, 2, 3. And as far as the building damage, you know, I'm just kind of hoping that pays off as something that most people didn't get. Sometimes it's good to go back and get stuff that you think is going to be good that might not necessarily be the meta. Like maxing out brick, for example, that paid off tremendously. It allowed me to catch up to guys that were way ahead of me in tech, and just kind of gave me a bit more of a fighting chance than I normally would have had. Now, what I'm doing that's wrong here is I'm not looking for mines. I'm kind of just throwing them out, and it's a little bit too little, too late in some of these circumstances. So we want to make sure that we're doing a better job of that. And let's throw some out over there. There we go. And okay. Now I threw the critters on the shock mines. We should get an okay time here. Actually, no, we're not even gonna get. We might get 3 minutes at this rate. 3 minutes. Okay. We'll see what happens. Tom the tank. I mean, the guy's a tank, so what can we really do? Come on, chicken, give us a good time. Yes! 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 That is going to put us on the win streak, guys. Perfect end to the video. I might even try to push up here a little bit and see what happens. But for now, yeah, man, critters are good. You know, they open up the door for a couple new attacks, and if nothing else, they allow you to clear the mines, so your free clear melon bomber attacks are going to be that much stronger. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoy any of my videos and they help you out, I do appreciate it if you use the code chicken in the shop if you're going to buy something. I know you know people don't buy stuff every day, but it's because the code gets erased every 7 days. That's why I'm always mentioning it. Because if you don't mention it, then people forget, you know, to put it in. I've almost even forgot to put it in. So I do appreciate it if you know, whatever, if you just leave it in there. It helps if you spell it right. What's that? How's that song go? CHICKEN. See, it does help. So guys, I hope you enjoy that. Make sure to leave a like if it's interesting, entertaining, or informative. And we'll see you tomorrow in the next one, guys. Chicken out. Back.